So I'm Sam. My business is called Top End Health Project. And then we have another arm called Top End Health, and or I am a physiotherapist. So I run my own clinic. Inside, yeah, I've just rented a room inside a climbing gym at the moment.
Hmm.
And yeah, looking to expand. And then we also have a virtual arm, which we help people with complex knee pain symptoms overcome their pain through like a coaching rehabilitation program as well.
I have complex knee issues myself.
But yeah, there you go. Let me
Um,
know.
so what was the problem that you had that made you end up reaching out?
So I started the business up here in Darwin. I actually just randomly moved here and then wanted to work for myself for some reason straight out the gate. So was looking for a clinic, found a spot, couldn't fill my books. Well, I was slowly, but I was seeing like maybe like I think my best week was like 17 clients in a month. Sorry, in a week, and that was 6 months after I started. So just wasn't going as fast as I needed, and sort of getting to the point where my partner was like, like maybe you should just get a job, stuff like that. I was profiting like 200 to 250 bucks a week or something, like
Mm,
absolutely minimal. So it was a bit of a risk. I didn't exactly reach out. I got sucked in. No, I did reach out. But I did get sucked in from, yeah, old mate Brandon just constantly retargeting me. And, I think the whole messaging just spoke to exactly like what I was after. I need more people
mm.
coming to the clinic. I need more people coming through the doors. I owned a clinic at that point that had literally, no one could see it. It was upstairs in a dingy gym, like in a small room. So
Yeah.
very hard to find, very hard to see. Tried everything. Doctors and stuff didn't want to borrow me because I was new to the area. So yeah, found you guys, hopped on a call, and the rest is history.
Yeah, he wears people down, doesn't he?
Yeah, definitely. Good though. Like
Uh,
I like the straight talking, sort of stuff. I do
yes.
the same in my own ads, so it seems to
Yeah,
work.
I was having a look at your school post before and I ended up looking at your landing page and I ended up watching your VSL and I was like, this is such a good VSL. Like you would just literally like me, you'll be in this room. Like it was so friendly. It wasn't like staged at all. I really liked it.
Yeah, it was very. I just try and keep it chill. I think people in Darwin don't like too much. Yeah, too many fanatics or whatever. Oh, well, you know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
I know what you mean. It was really good. Cool. So if you had any, what hesitations did you have before buying and what was it that got you over the line in the end?
Hesitations before joining were that I was poor as hell. Yeah, as I said, I wasn't really profiting too much. I think I was doing like 250 to 500 a week. I was barely covering my home rent, let alone the clinic rent. Was coming mostly out of my savings. And then I don't know, I kind of just decided I was going to take a punt and that, I can't remember exactly why I decided. I think you guys having so much social proof
Mm,
was a big thing for me. And plus my own experience with posting on social media and having that sort of front of camera confidence, I knew that like this sort of medium of advertising through Meta would be up my alley. So seeing all these like old codgers, or like, sorry, but seeing all these like, yeah, seeing all these people succeeding, I was like, well, if they can post on social media and get leads, then I definitely can. So,
yeah.
yeah, that kind of tipped me over the line. I thought the potential upside was much higher than the investment, which it was after like 2 weeks or something. Um, I made all the cash back that I invested into the program,
Wow.
which was great. Um,
Yeah.
So yeah, that's kind of what got me over the line. I think and I'll pitch to other people here, but you do have to take a bit of a bet on yourself and a risk that if you do it right, we'll have like, 99% guaranteed we'll probably have a huge upside, or at least at an absolute minimum, you'll break even and then like have the skills to, further develop.
That's a really good way of looking at it, actually. First 2 weeks is so good.
Yeah, first 2 weeks with pumping was insane.
Um, So since then, what has kind of changed in your marketing so far, and like what kind of results have you got?
Yeah, so marketing so far has changed in terms of, well, to be honest, I'm a little bit lucky up here in that I'm the only physio who advertises on Facebook, which is, that's a pretty good outcome. Most of them advertise on Google. I don't do any Google, so
Mm,
I could go in that direction, but it's just working for me. So I saw a good opportunity there to market on Facebook, and I think in terms of the marketing, what's changed is I started very broad with the videos, like you guys talk about trying to be as sort of natural as you can on video on screen. Instead of being broad with my messaging, oh, rest doesn't fix injuries is kind of like one of my first ads that still did all right, but being a lot more specific in what I can. What's really cool is I can tailor who I want to see based on my advertising. So like
mm,
I'm much better at knee pain than back pain. So
mm,
all of my ads are like, if you want to fix knee pain, and then just really hammering that sort of direction, really getting inside my own client's head and the language that they use with me, which is commonly, I feel old, I feel this, I feel that.
mm,
Using that in my ads and being specific with that has been really, that's what blew it up the most.
mm.
Because I
Yeah, I
see like
think
some of my
Brandon.
friends trying, oh, sorry.
Oh no, I was going to say I think Brandon posted an organic video recently, and it was about like he feels people always say that they feel like he can read his mind, and it's like no, he actually just listens to the customers and then says it back to them, and like it
Yeah.
sounds like that's what you're doing.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Like, yeah, especially when people say, oh, you're old. Literally, one of my ads is, do you feel old in your body? Like, are you in pain? It just works. So, I think the other thing that's changed is
Mm.
really trying to be Darwin specific. So I remember Brandon gave the example of, pitting the north of the river Perth people versus the south of the river and really just trying to say things that people do in Darwin, like, oh, do you want to hike in Kakadu without pain? Or, do you want to launch your boat without back pain or go fishing? And just being very, very
Yeah.
targeted with it is good. So that's also changed. Results. I think overall I spent about 7K in ads, like nothing compared to most people. Um, but with the right messaging and stuff, and we've done, I think in the clinic in 6 months, we did like 100, I did on my own, 140 grand or something. And that's pretty much,
Wow.
which is cool. So that's pretty much all from ads. Like all those leads are pretty much from ads. I don't get anyone from the climbing gym coming, which is crazy. And then online, I think is lagging slightly behind. Again, that's included in that 7 grand ad spend. I think we did like 60 or 70K or something, which is still pretty
Oh,
good. And
for the online.
yeah, yeah, and that's
Oh
just like a
wow.
$50. It's like a $50 a week subscription. Like it's not that expensive.
Mm,
So I'm sure if I made it more expensive, which we are with my new sales guy, then it's gonna be
mm.
more than that and triple it. So um, yeah, no, it's been going
Oh,
amazing in terms of results.
that's
Yeah,
so good. Bet your
I
partner's happy now.
also just a little sidetrack. My girlfriend started a business, and I was a bit sneaky, and I was like, I'm just gonna teach her how to do what I've been doing through you guys. So she started she's a midwife and she started like a it's called hypnobirthing. So it's like
Mm,
a relaxation for birth
mm.
workshops. And she was really terrified of what the hell I was doing, had no idea. We launched it on Saturday. It's Tuesday now. We launched the ads on Saturday, pictures only, no talking to the camera. Uh,
Yeah.
and she's had 40 something, like 40 inquiries.
No way.
Yeah, so
That's sick.
that's another little thing for you. You can chuck in this
Oh, that's
video,
so good to hear.
which is cool.
Is that just Darwin as well?
Yeah, she's just in Darwin, but she'll migrate to online eventually.
Yeah.
And
Oh, that's
Darwin's
so
small, like,
awesome.
170,000.
Yeah. I was gonna say, how many pregnant women are there?
Yeah, there's heaps, so especially in community.
Mm,
One more thing on the results. When I've run ads for the online program Australia wide, I think in 2 months we had 700 inquiries. Yeah. And like that's all me. So I couldn't chase everyone up because I was too busy, but
Mm.
crazy.
Need to raise your prices.
Yeah, no. Well, yeah, I need to actually call people.
Yeah. Wow, that's what the sales guy's for. That's such good results. That's
Yeah.
amazing.
Nah, awesome. Really, really happy, obviously.
I know I said in the message it gives the sales guys the warm and fuzzies, but like I'm getting the warm and fuzzies. I love when this
Yeah,
happens.
it's awesome. I'm stoked.
Um, I mean, this probably goes without saying, but the next question was, what effect has that had on you personally or professionally?
Yeah, I mean, it's changed. Like, yeah, no joke. It's been an absolute game changer for me. Like, obviously, like not being able to afford my rent, the clinic, my partner originally saying, like, what are you doing? Like, you should probably stop. My friends also, always being like, do you even work? Like, what do you do? Thinking that I've just got all the free time in the world and I'm like super rich when I wasn't. To, yeah, literally being so busy in the best way possible. Like I am really like my life's pretty hectic now. Um, you know, cash is coming in. It's hard to keep up. Like I'm sort of entering that next phase. Like money's not really an issue anymore.
Mm,
Like I'm doing everything is covered. Everything's growing, which is, the clinic, personal, like all that's great. Now, when I think it just moves to, okay, what's the next thing, which you guys also taught, which is like find other people, Um, I ran an ad to find a salesperson, just like Brandon did, right? So,
yeah.
um, yeah, I mean, it's been a game changer. I don't have that pressure. I have the confidence. I have the confidence now to kind of get as many leads as I need to cover expenses. Like I'm not worried at all. I feel like I never have to worry again.
Mm,
My partner and I are leaving Darwin at the end of the year because we don't want to live here forever. We've only been here for a couple of years. And I just like even seeing her face, being like, oh my God, I can't believe this works. We can kind of feel like we can go anywhere and just set up. Which is great because it's literally a speed run. Otherwise
yeah.
we'd be, you know, otherwise we'd be setting up in a new place, having to contact everyone we know, put shitty posters everywhere. Like, I don't want to do that,
Yeah, it's such a repeatable process.
which is amazing. So,
That's
game changer.
so good. Um, okay.
I
Oh
could
yeah.
also afford this beautiful, nice new clinic with everything, which has been awesome. I was in like a
Yeah.
3 by 3 meter shoebox, and now like people walking in, they're like, "Oh, this is so nice."
Yeah. Which
So
obviously does wonders for retention as well.
definitely.
That's sick. Out of everything, like, the workshop, the program, the support, what was the one thing that you really valued learning the most or found the most useful or appreciated the most in the whole thing?
I found most useful personally the recordings. So, being in Darwin, like I would have come to the workshop. It's just like I couldn't afford it. I actually
Yeah.
couldn't afford to fly down. So but that was out of the question. So having like getting a quick win under your belt with being able to easily set everything up yourself if you want to, if you just want to like jump in and just get straight into it.
Mm,
Um, that was definitely that was definitely the most useful for me, being someone who is happy to just dive in. And then yeah, I think like I've decided to actually stay in the program. And originally I wasn't going to because I was like, cool, like I'm fine. But then, updates to the algorithm or what ads algorithm happened. And I was like, shit, I have no idea. And I kept getting Brandon's emails from school posts and him like I could see this little like text and it was like, this update, see more, and then I couldn't click it. And I was like, fuck, I better like join back in because my ads have, things have changed. So having that added support with people who are actually on the ball in the industry when I just don't have time to be on the ball with like what's happening with Facebook and what's happening with Google and whatever is
mm,
really, really useful because I can just see what's happening, implement the advice straight away. jump on a call with you guys if I need to, which I haven't really had to be honest. Um, yeah, and that's why I'm staying in. Like that support is awesome.
That's so good. Yeah, it seems like there's some people that really like appreciate the in-person workshops because they need that like person there and that like to keep them accountable. But it sounds like you're the type of person that's just like I can take my own like accountability and I can just like get my own shit done. So
Yeah, I think it was
no.
out of desperation, you know?
Diamonds are formed under pressure.
Yeah, exactly.
Sick. Yeah, but most people don't say the actual recordings, but that's actually really good to know. Last one quickly. If anyone was unsure about booking a call or if anyone was on the fence, what would you say to them?
Well, pretty good at this one because I've convinced about four people to join, I think.
Really?
Yeah, like I keep getting calls from obviously you guys are like on a call with people showing them that I have had good results or whatever. And then they're like, oh, I better hit this guy up and actually see if it's legit or whatever. So yeah, I've been on calls with like four or five people, and each time I've said to them, like, if to be honest, if you're not willing to like take that risk and just it's not even a risk, like if you're not like, willing to take the investment for a bit of a short-term loss for a huge long like well not even long term, for a huge gain in like 2 weeks or whatever it is, then you probably shouldn't be running a business or like trying to grow a business. So I know that's a bit harsh advice. If you're on the fence, just join. That's all I have to say. If you're on the fence, just join. It's not like it's not out of the question. You can fund it. You actually can. Like pretty much everyone can. It's just a matter of probably being resourceful and applying what you learn, yeah, in the quickest time possible. Join
I was
in.
gonna say it sounds like you got your ads live like really fast, and that's the one thing that's like our priority this year. Well, not just the one thing, but the one thing we're really like we want to try and get more people leaving the workshop day with their ads on. So it sounds
Mm.
like that worked for you getting them on quickly.
Yeah, yeah. And like I set this whole thing up for my girlfriend, like similar. She doesn't know, I mean, how to do much like of
Mm,
the technical stuff. And it is confusing when you first look at it, like it's overwhelming. But
mm.
having tinkered and stuff, like every day I like have a look at the end of the day how things are going and started off spending $20 a day. Now I spend about 150 a day or something just because I can afford it. And I think the um the fact that I can just jump in, know exactly what I'm looking at, set it all up so quickly. I think we set it up in 2 hours, which is like that's fast. That's fast.
It's very fast.
With image ads and stuff like that, we set it up in 2 hours. She got her first lead like within an hour of pressing go. It was crazy. So, I mean, if you can't justify joining because of that, well, then you shouldn't be running business. Sorry.